Fasting is amazing. It will change your life. And these 5 things are the difference between you getting kind of a so-so result and you getting an insane result. Tip number 1, a lot of you are not training yourself to fast. One of the hardest ways to fast is to all of a sudden hear a friend decided to intermittent fast, and then boom, you jump in to elongating your fasting window and compressing your eating window. All of a sudden you tack on 4 or 5 extra hours of fasting that you're not used to. Now, what I want you to know is your body's got it. Your body's going to be fine, but your mind is what I'm worried about. And in that scenario, what I see is that a lot of people struggle when they first learn to fast, and then what they say is fasting's not for me. Fasting is for everybody because your body was designed to fast. So the first thing I want to tell you is if you're brand new to fasting, slowly push that breakfast back and make sure you're not eating 8, 9 o'clock at night so that you can make sure your eating window gets compressed in a gradual way. Just be aware that the goal of a fasting lifestyle is for you to be able to sustain it, not for you to have a temporary result. Look at a gradual approach as opposed to a quick approach. Mistake number 2, this is a biggie, your food choices. In fact, I will be as bold as to tell you that you can get insane weight loss results and health results without even changing your food. But I want you to be disease-free. I want you to succeed at fasting for life, and I want it to feel effortless. So your food choices are really important. There's 2 foods that you're going to want to mind when you are starting to build this intermittent fasting lifestyle. So the first is your fats. We want to make sure you're eating good fats, not bad fats. So get off the canola oils, the vegetable oils, safflower, sunflower, corn, cottonseed, soybean oil, all the junk that the big food industry has put into your food. That stuff is causing you to be insulin resistant, making it harder to intermittent fast. Swap out refined carbs for nature's carbs. So make sure that when you are eating a carbohydrate that it comes from nature, like a potato or a fruit or a vegetable. Let's get away from the breads, the cakes, the pastas. Those are going to cause your blood sugar to spike up and down and make it much more difficult for you to fast. Third thing, what are you drinking? 2 of the things that I see are the most ambiguous for people and can really derail your fasting efforts. One is diet drinks. This is a chemical storm going into your body that is making you insulin resistant. NutraSweet makes you insulin resistant. You are not helping your body when you're drinking diet drinks in a fasted state. End of story. Second thing, your coffee. For most of you, the coffee is going to be okay. But if you are doing coffee with creamers in them, or you're doing coffee that's packed with chemicals, I highly recommend that you do coffee that's mold-free, chemical-free. Let's be careful about the cream we put in there. And then always test it with your blood sugar. Let's go down to this one, measuring. Maybe you don't want to measure, you don't want to prick your finger. I get that some of these things are expensive, and this is really from the bottom of my heart that oftentimes the most expensive thing you can do with your health is nothing. That will actually build more disease than spending $100 on a CGM or on a Keto Mojo. To have some reflection as to how your body is doing in a fasted state can be very, very helpful. Now, I also honor that for some of you, that's just not approachable financially. So I want to remind you that symptoms can tell you if you're getting into ketosis or not. Usually when somebody starts to intermittent fast, they will get a symptom where they don't feel so good. It might be like 9 o'clock in the morning. They're not feeling really good. And then boom, all of a sudden they get this burst of energy and their hunger goes away. Well, there's your ketones. That's an example of where you just moved over into ketosis. So you can use symptoms. It's not as good. CGM's the best. Keto Mojo, second best. Okay, and then the last one. This is my jam, fasting variation. So remember that the first step in is learning to intermittent fast. And then once we're there, Now we got to vary it. We got to do some longer fasts some days. We got to do some shorter fasts other days, but we've got to learn to vary it. And women, we've got to vary it to our menstrual cycles. Men, I didn't leave you out. Weekly variations. I've done videos on the 511, 421, 331. My team will leave links on all the weekly variations. But once you get this kind of cozy, comfortable place with fasting, it's time to really change it and expand it. Keep forcing your body to adapt. So put in the comments if you have had great success with any of these 5. We're a community. Put it in the comments so everybody can read it and everybody can know about it. So there you go. Put your story in the link. You guys are awesome. And as always, I hope that helps. Okay, if you've made it this far in the video, it's a sign. You definitely need to subscribe. And if you want to learn more, if you love that video and you want to dive into more of the information I have on this channel, go to this video.